Okay, for this third proportion video, I need you to, in a minute, pause your video and unpause it when you have a photo. You're going to get up and ask one of your lovely friends in the classroom to pose for you. It needs to be full body so that you can see the top of the head and you can see all the way down to the tips of the toes. Or if you're uncomfortable with that or no friend wants to model for you, you can go online and find a celebrity. Again, needs to show the entire head all the way down to the tips of the toes, and especially since we're talking celebrities, they need to be fully clothed. Go ahead, pause your video and come back when you have your photo. Okay, and here we are ready to edit. We're going to be just reviewing stick people first. So we're going to go to edit our photo that's up here at the top. You can either use your finger or you can use your crayon and hit the word edit. Then up at the top, you can see there's a circle with a crayon icon. We need to select that. And down here at the bottom. Now I want to be able to see it, so I'm going to use this marker tool. And I'm going to want a pretty skinny line, but I want this as the intensity. I want it all the way up so that I can really see it. Okay, then up here, I'm going to circle roughly the head. Now, how many heads tall are we? A human body? You know this, right? It's 7, right? So here's my one head. Now, I can just kind of use my finger or my thumb and kind of guide how many heads down that is. So I'm trying to get the same distance. I think it's about here and here and here. Go ahead and mark up the head photo you have and come all the way down. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even though I'm a fairly short person, I'm pretty good for my head shape, because I am 7 heads tall. That's not including my poofy hair up here. All right, so 7 heads tall. Now, just below that, you know that you have your shoulders. So you're going to go ahead and put that in. Now, we talked about shoulders being, about 2.5 to 3 heads wide. Okay, here's about 2.5 wide for me. Okay, now we talked about halfway down your body are your hips, and we mentioned that for ladies, you may have a little bit thicker hips, men may have a little bit thinner, and all the way down here we've got some feet. Okay, and again, I'm going to make it nice and simple and just say triangles. About halfway of that, I've got some knees. So far, I make a pretty darn fine stick person. Okay, and we said this is all just body. We did mention that just below our hip bones rested our hands. Now my hand is up here. And then we've got an elbow, and a line and a line, line and a line, and a neck, and woo baby, that is a very fine stick person. Now that was just to review. Okay, but I want you to be able to see, hey, the way that you learned how to draw stick figures on that last tutorial works really well in drawing a real life person. Okay, so that's going to be our first step. Go ahead and screenshot this. You can screenshot that by pressing your home button and pressing this button way down across from it at the same time. So it's going to save the picture, and then I want you to hit cancel so that it goes all the way back to your normal self or that normal body. But we are going to start drawing the body parts at this time. So you have a screenshot of a stick person, but now we're going to learn how to draw the body. So again, we need to get a drawing tool. I'm going to stick with that marker, but pretty darn thin. If I want to change color, I absolutely could do that. But again, I want to stay thin, and I want to stay as opaque or solid as I can, as intense with my color as possible. Okay, now we're going to start drawing the body. Now it starts pretty much the same as what we had. We've got our head. I'm going to ask that you draw shoulders, draw the hips, and then let's draw the feet down here. Okay, those are our main body parts. Go ahead and again, just draw the main body parts, all with stick people. Here's an elbow, and there we go. But you know very well that people are not just made out of bones. Okay, we've got other stuff going on. We've got muscles, we have tendons, we have fat, some of us. We have, no, I'm just kidding, all of us. You have organs. So we're going to look at some of these things. You know that your neck is not a skinny little line. If it was, your head would fall off. So that is not accurate. Instead, your neck roughly comes down from the outside edge of your eye, straight down. So I'd like you to notice where's the outside of the eye and come straight down with that neck. It should line up pretty well with your photo. Now, attaching our neck to our shoulder bones are these triangle-shaped muscles called trapezius muscles. Boy, they sure look like something from math class to me. Trapezoids, maybe? Trapezius, trapezoid? Connections. So we've got our neck coming down to our trapezius muscles. Okay, then you have a little bit of a shoulder cap there. Now, for the chest, okay, I usually kind of build that in two parts, whether I'm drawing a male or a woman. You've got a big area here for your rib cage. Now, some women are much skinnier than me, and men, I'm sure. Okay, and so they could come in a little bit more. My body just goes straight down, but whatever your photo does. Okay, and then they flare out at the hips. Now, if you're a man, you may have a little bit less flare out. Okay, but we're just kind of going in here and building. So if I were building this, I would build like a rectangle here and maybe a square here underneath. Okay, and then what kind of shapes are these? Ovals. Okay, so we got some ovals, got smaller ovals, got some ovals, and some ovals, and some ovals, and some ovals, and voila, you have built a body. So no longer are we drawing little stick people. You don't need to. Now you know how to build a body. Okay, so at this point, what I need you to do is take a screenshot here, and I need you to please pause your video, and I need you to send me a Canvas message attaching both your stick figure person and your bubble person over the top of the photograph.